a full function light set. It's got brake lights. And signal lights. It's got brake lights. Signal lights. And it's got like 3 headlights, or maybe a backup light and 2 headlights, something like that. But I seem to have lost one of the LEDs. And I don't think I need 3 headlights. Suppose I could. I could borrow one from the other set. But the other set I have is the police lights. And it's so cool that it's complete. I didn't lose any of the lights for that. This is what they are. They're from RC Lights. Let me stop this servo from squealing. That's the police light set. But the cool thing is there's all these little pin switches. You can set blink, strobe, turns, and so on. And how fast. Like you can adjust the screw how fast you want things to blink and stuff too. So it's pretty cool. You've got one wire that plugs into the steering servo, makes like a T. One that makes a T for the throttle. And then it responds to your inputs, which is really cool. And some of these switches, all they do is switch the polarity, or like if the left head signal lights is coming on when you're trying to turn right, then you can just throw the switch there and it makes it easy instead of rewiring everything. Stuff like that. Pretty handy. But found this old body that I kind of screwed up when I made it. I don't know. I was trying to copy my truck, my actual physical truck. I didn't have the right body, but I got one that's close enough. And I tried to put some chrome on it and stuff. And it looks like I had a hell of a job trying to center the holes for whatever reason. I butchered it. But it does fit the truck perfectly. So, looks like it's been in a few crashes already. I was thinking, why not throw this light set in there? I totally forgot I had these. And this body. I'm sure that's how I lost one of the LEDs. I pulled it off. Just like that. See? Boing. Oops. And you don't notice. There is a way to wire these in permanently, so they won't do that. There. Doesn't fit too bad. That's more like the size of the factory body that was on there. A little lighter weight. A little smaller. But maybe we should throw this light set in. And drill these. They have mounting kits that go in here. I didn't know I had these light sets when I built this body, obviously, so I didn't leave these clear, or I would have tried to make them inside. That's what I did on the TXT2 body, as I tried to leave it clear, because in the future I wanted to put lights in it, but This body's so ratched now, and I never did get the light set in it. That's what these light sets were originally for, actually. I was going to put them both in there. But with the two high-powered servos and the LED light bar and the other LEDs under the bottom, I noticed that it's barely handling the current. I don't want to blow the receiver in that thing, and so that's why I left the light set out. But this one can handle it. There's no problem here. These are both lightweight servos. Well, the front one's pretty heavy duty, but the throttle one doesn't need to be because it's just pulling the throttle on the motor. So you don't need a high torque servo or anything for that. So, and with this body, there's no other LEDs on it, so I could put a strip under here. But if I leave that off, then I can go with these. It's fine. Then it looks like a real truck. A Nitro truck with real truck lighting. That's kind of uncommon and unusual, isn't it? Usually everything's about scale on the electric trucks, but let's try and do a little bit on a Nitro truck. I think it's a cool idea. Why does the camera have such a hard time focusing on that? Anyways, holes are now drilled, ready to mount. Scratched up body. I only have one signal light, so I had to put it in the middle instead of two. And since I don't have a backup light, but I do have signal light, I can put it there. So one signal light for each corner, two brake lights, two headlights. And I do have extra wiring to put two more headlights for down there if I want. It's gonna be cool. Keep going. Okay guys, I'm partway through installing these lights. Man, it has been a pain. I was dumb when I drilled it in the corner here, which has made it hard to get those locking rings on. And I drilled them a little too close together to each other, so they're like not wanting to go in until I ground it down a bit. But now it seems to be okay, so. Continue. Well guys, I'm done. Look at that. Oh, wiring. It's been years, so many years I've been wanting to do this. Just gotta tie up some wires nicely, try and keep it between the windows. That shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, watch. I think my battery's just about dead, so it's doing some weird stuff. Signals. Yeah. Servo buzzing away. Anyways. A little bit of heat shrink, because I checked it now. I can shrink it. I can stick the wires. This is gonna be sweet. There we go, fully wired. Headlights, signal lights, tail lights. It's all tied down, strapped in. Could tie it up a little better maybe in that area. I don't mind it though, looks good. Once it's on the truck you don't see any of that. You can from this angle, but you don't ever see it from that angle. A little bit in here. Plan was always to tint the windows anyways with actual car tint. And you wouldn't see any of those wires anyhow. Whether I get to that or not, I don't know, but we'll see. Maybe someday. I love the way that looks. Well, I was looking over the truck, guys, and I found another problem on the Mad Force. Look at that wear in that drive shaft. The U-joint. Look how paper thin that is. I honestly don't even know how it's holding together. That is crazy. Wow. I could change it. I gotta run it till it breaks. Front one looks good. A little bit of wear in there, but not much. There's more wear on the drive cup on this end than anything. Here's the sensor. See the little sticker? Picks it up. Gets the RPM, and then you calculate how many revolutions to go how far, or how much distance per revolution the vehicle travels. And then it multiplies, it calculates. Yeah. So I went through my parts and I did find a drive shaft. I don't know what I did with it now. Problem is it's an old bent one, but it was actually bent while it was pretty much brand new. There it is. It looks to be in good shape. Hardly anywhere. Except for, you can see it. It's got a bit of a curve to it. into the vise or something and straighten it out, and then I can replace this one. But maybe I'll just run this one for now. I mean, you're only going to get a few more miles out of it, and the same thing needs to be replaced anyway. So. At some point it's going to pitch it out of there. I just hope it doesn't break this with it. That's why you should replace it now, I guess. But well, that old thing is perfectly straight. The front one might have a bend in it. But honestly, this bend is minimal. It's very small. But it is there, you can see it. Create a vibration. You'll never get it all the way out anyways. You might just damage it more trying to straighten it. So, I don't know. But that's the only one I got. So leave this perfectly straight but nearly falling out one. Or replace it with a slightly bent one. That now introduces a problem. Yeah, I think we'll leave it for now. Man, I really fixed this camera mount. It's stiff now. So made a few changes. I haven't been filming at all because it's just been taking way too long. But I'm mounting the battery up here now. I might put some tie straps on it. It's Velcro right now, but it's a little floppy. I don't think it would go anywhere. It just doesn't stay there. I like things to be a little more secure, but I think it looks stupid with the straps over the front bumper. What are you gonna do? Anyways, gotta clean this all up. Much nicer. Not such a tangled up mess anymore. Could actually plug things and unplug things if you wanted to. I'm just about to put the screws back in this. Got this all secured. Kind of don't like that battery wire like that, but what are you gonna do? That's the only thing you can do with it. But I mean, could go that way. Yeah, maybe that's not so bad either. But this is better because you can kind of reach under and unplug it if you really wanted to in a hurry. So, I don't know. I don't mind that. It's right there. There's your charge lead. So you don't even have to unplug it. You just shove it down there and don't worry about it again unless you really need to. That's for the lights for the other truck body. It'll just have to flop around when it's not in use. Shove it in here too. For our new light set, I think I'm just going to tie it right there so it stays out of the way of everything. Maybe use it to hold those other wires out of the way, kind of like that. tie it right there. That's all you need. It's cleaned right up. Way nicer. Okay, I'll shut this flash off. Shut the light off. Oh yeah. I'm liking that. I don't know why it gives the flash every once in a while on the yellow lights, but it does. Let's grab the radio. Brake lights. Signals. Signals. Oh, I'm loving that. Looks like the steering is backwards. It's a good thing there's a switch for that. The signal lights are the opposite of what the steering is, so we gotta go in and fix it. Looks like we got our reverse. Blinker. Oh, brake light. Headlight strobe. Turn. Reverse. Oh, that's throttle reverse, right? Steering reverse. That should be it. There we go. Fixed. You can go in and change the rate of the signal lights. I kind of like what they are. They're slow like a real car. Man, I love those brake lights. Totally awesome. This was so worth it. Took a lot of hours, man. A lot more than I thought it was gonna. But so worth it, man. That's just... I thought it would look goofy. The lights, they're not gonna go in straight. They're not gonna shine straight forward. You know what? It doesn't really matter. They shine all over the place, so... I mean... I don't know. You can't really run a Nitro model at nighttime that late anyway, so... It's mostly just for looks. If I really want lights, I got something else for the front bumper if I really want. But this looks cool. Looks just like my real truck. Except mine would be a quad cab. Pretty close. I love it. Awesome. Well, stay tuned. Maybe we'll run it tomorrow.
Intercept and destroy. Intercept and destroy.